Hello everyone, my name is Jesse from Core Concept, and welcome back to the Rollout DevTools tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to be looking at adding a new Calamity to Rollout. Now, Calamities are what the main game is about. It is the big bad thing that is happening that the crew of the road train is trying to get away from. And we are going to dive right in and start adding the Rogue AI Calamity. So we're going to right click, New Calamity, rogue underscore AI as the ID, rogue AI as the name. Now this is, again, like any other lexicon entry, this is the human readable name of the Calamity. I'm going to type out the description off camera, but for now we're just going to say description goes here. This is where your description would go. This is the, if you've played the game, this is where the scrolling text of the Calamity would go. These can actually get quite long. The Calamity icon is the background image when the Calamity is being shown, and we're just going to use this one here. The win and lose icon are the same as the Calamity icon if you do not include them, so you can just leave them out and it'll just use this one. The win icon is displayed behind the win description, and the lose icon is displayed behind the lose description. The win description is the text that comes up to kind of tell the story if the crew makes it all the way to the end of the game. Again, I will type this up off camera. Oops. As you can see, my typing needs to be off camera, and the lose description I will also type up. You can say tileset tag weightings. This is where you can specify when you do create a tile set, which we will be doing in a tutorial in the near future. You will be able to set tags on those tile sets. Now, when you have this Calamity, you can actually change the weighting of tile sets that contain various tags. If a tile set has multiple tags, let's actually do a quick example. Let's do the Baron tag, and these tags can be completely arbitrary. You can add some, you can use some that other modders add to allow compatibility. There's no restrictions here. And let's do tech. So let's do Baron has a 0.5, and for simple math, tech will have a 2 weighting. Let's say we have a Baron tech tile set. It has both of these tags, so these weights will be averaged between the two of them to be 1 point whatever it would be. 1.25 math. So that's what these tileset tag weightings do. You don't have to specify all of them. By default, all tile sets have a weighting of 1. This is just to raise and lower certain things that you may or may not want to see. I am going to actually remove those. And the last field is the Calamity Lua. Now, we're going to be coming back to this a few times. So I'm just going to go ahead and create the Rogue AI Lua script now, but we will reference it in the future. And basically, there are a whole bunch of functions that you can use. Map preload is before the map is loaded, and you can force certain tile sets based on events, stuff like that. That's how the events do it. They set a flag, then this function is called, it checks for that flag, and does certain things based on that. Map pregen is right before the terrain tiles are actually generated. So you can change the way rivers are laid out. You can make sure that there are no rivers. You can basically do whatever you want with this map pregen. It's called right before the terrain is generated. Now there is a two tile high strip at the bottom of the map that you cannot modify. It is always overwritten to be terrain so that the crew and the road train always have somewhere to go, but beyond that you can do pretty much whatever you want. And then map post load is the events have been done, the tile set's been selected and generated. You can further modify terrain tiles here, again with the same restrictions. You can spawn additional enemies, you can spawn pretty much whatever you want, decorations, resources, anything like that. So it really, this is where the core functionality of your Calamity is going to go, and it's going to tie into a whole bunch of other things that we're going to reference in our tutorial, the next actually being the tile set itself. So that's going to wrap up this tutorial. It was a nice quick one, just going over kind of what the fields do, how they're used. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.